All right, and we're live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to December the 9th. It's a Sunday, guys. It's a Sunday, so we are just chilling on the weekend. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, man. Hope you're doing well, and hope your trades are going well for you as well. If you're in the market or if you're just spectating, man, well, it's exciting to watch, guys. Good times. You know, I make the videos for the show the night before. And I was up a little late last night, as I am a nocturnal creature. And I was, I was expecting, easy breezy, low volume Sunday. And it's just lovely to wake up. Now, again, I think trading is kind of a symptom. So, when I go to sleep, I have the aggregated trades ticker right there. So sometimes I fall asleep watching that. Last night, it was actually, I was listening to a webinar last night on social media data current manipulation. So that was kind of interesting. One thing that I want to point out just before we get into anything here, kind of a PSA, guys. I just want to go over, to my Twitter. Here we go. Last night I posted, or yesterday I guess, I posted a potential loop ring setup. Looking for that that tweet that I made. Oh, tweets and replies. Oh, come on now. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I appreciate you guys sticking through with the technical difficulties. So how are you guys doing this morning? You guys are fantastic. Right, so what did I want to point out? Here we are. Here's my tweet. And here is the original. Okay, good. So let me, I can't do it like this. There we go. Fantastic. Now we can bring that back. All right, so Mr. Shill Gates had posted this last night, and it's kind of all over the tweeter. But I just wanted to point this out because this is pretty scary, man. So this is Twitter's updated rules and policies for, and this might get me in trouble on YouTube. I don't know. We're gonna find out, guys. Conspirational content policy. So Twitter has updated their rules and policies to say that you cannot speak about certain things. Unfounded conspirational claims, or conspiratorial claims, excuse me. You may not promote alternative historical viewpoints that have been found to lack basic evidential requirements and which target a particular social group in a harmful manner. This includes the use of hashtags and video content that contradict this policy. Conspiracies of note. Several prominent conspiracy theories that contradict our policy include Holocaust denial, the QAnon, the JFK conspiracy, Pizzagate, Spotlight, Armenian genocide denial, the 9/11 truth conspiracy, anti-vaccine myths, and the religion of Scientology. Now, I have different views on all of that stuff, but this is pretty totalitarian. That's pretty totalitarian to actually encode in their rules and policies restrictions on free speech. I'm highly against that, man. I think we live in the idea here is to live in a free society and a free country, and to just encode these things into their policy, which they have all the right to do. They're a private business. They run their private platform. They're free to do that. But they're just lying when they say they're providing an open forum for conversation and debate. So I am very against this. So I replied, no, next adopters of this tyrannical thought policing will be YouTube and Facebook. It's incumbent upon us to vote with our bandwidth and support platforms that defend free speech and open investigation, guys. There are lots of mysteries out there. There's lots of things to be discovered, lots of fascinating things to puzzle around. And the idea, the logic here should be open investigation and genuine interest in truth, not in, not in confirmation bias. So again, Twitter obviously ran by a lot of people that lean politically to the left, ideologically to the left. Unfortunately, in America specifically and across the world, you have a lot of creeping into what used to be defenders of the poor or defenders of the, defenders of people who are generally put out by hierarchies of value, which you need to have a functioning society. But it's a balance. It's a conversation. You always need to have that conversation between hierarchy of power, hierarchy, whether it's a meritocracy or a hierarchy of value, whatever fashion, you're always going to have people that get output by that. You need a voice for them, as Jordan Peterson is fond of saying. But yeah, this is just, if you guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. If you're not aware of it, this is something to be aware of, guys. So it is coming, man. It is coming. One day you can't talk about this. Tomorrow, what will you not be able to talk about? Bitcoin? I don't know. Probably not. So let's get right into the charts, guys. So obviously, again, I made the video title last night, and we are having an easy breezy low volume Sunday. Now it's a nice green day. Everything seems to be moving up. It's very positive. I feel very justified in my long position right now. But I just want to recommend a little bit of caution, guys, because what is coming tomorrow, Monday? What has Monday been for a long time now? Monday, Bloody Monday. Okay, so I'm still confident in my long position. Haven't changed anything about it, but I just want you guys to be aware that statistically, a statistically good trade here would actually be a speculative short down to retest the lows. Okay, now I still feel fairly comfortable in the fact that Bitcoin will reach my take profit targets. That's why I haven't really changed anything, but I have updated my stops and I have updated my position sizing as I posted earlier in the Discord. So let's go take in a look at XBT. We're actually just about to hit that measured move for the inverted head and shoulders. Let's see here. Actually, we did hit it. We did wake up and hit it. Let's double check here. Let's see. The high of this candle was 36.20. So congratulations, the inverted head and shoulders, who pointed that out on a 30-minute chart. Jurgen, you said the 30-minute inverted head and shoulders was invalidated technically, but I don't think so, because we should have known that, and I should have mentioned this yesterday, but generally, the way that XBT moves is you're always going to sweep the lows to cash in the liquidity before a significant movement upwards. So actually, that's interesting. So another take profit target of mine was just hit. So you can see here, and you can use ATR to determine what that's going to be. Again, I like to use ATR 3.5. So if we actually here, let's throw on. Gotta update my templates here. Oh, shoot. Scott, there's too much going on here, dude. There's too much. Hold on a second. I just added a new template so that we could have something else to talk about, which is our oscillators. So we'll actually look at that here in just a second. But here we go. I just wanted to pull up ATR so I could show you guys an example of how you can use ATR in live trading situations to determine where you should be placing your stops. So here we are yesterday. Yesterday when we were talking, we were looking at this potential inverted head and shoulders pattern, which the measured move did play out. We did just hit 36.20. So good looking out, guys. But if we open up our data window, we can use ATR to accurately determine where we should be setting our stops. Okay, so we just highlight the candle and we can see, we scroll down to ATR. So ATR yesterday, roughly when we were talking about it, was $35. So you want to use a multiple of ATR, at least 2. So that would be 70. So if you were entering into a long position from here, you would want to be setting your stop at $70. You can see that you would have gotten wicked out of that trade, 32.83. Now, actually, where my chandelier stops is and my trailing stop strategy is actually 3.5. So that would be, again, it's Sunday morning, so I'm going to use the calculator to do 35 times 3.5. Don't hate. 122.5. So you would actually want to set your stop $122.50 away from where you're at, depending on the time frame that you're looking at. Now, obviously, the higher up you go in the time frame, the more conservative you can be with your multiple for your ATR. But on the 30-minute or the hourly, I do like to use 3.5. It is actually the default for my trailing stop strategy. It's not mine, it's the common strategy. But so that would be $122. So if you had entered into your long there, $122 stop would have kept you safely in the trade. But yes, we can always expect that when BTC is moving sideways in a period of consolidation, we're always going to expect a sweep of the lows and a tap in the liquidity. Why? Because the market wants to move into liquidity. Now, it doesn't always happen, and this is why what I do, and again, I've been trying to explain this at length for some time, guys. You never want to go all in any position, guys. You know, slow, comfortable, easy, calculated trading, guys. Easing in and easing out of positions, guys. I don't even go all in on breakout trades. On breakout trades, I generally will enter with more into an initial position size, like if I'm market entering. And when I'm doing scalp trades, I generally will set the entire position for my scalp. But often when I'm scalping, I'm only looking at margins of like maybe 0.5 to 1%, and that's comfortable. I lock in 2 or 3 of those a day. Like yesterday. Yesterday when I woke up, I had posited 5 potential scalp trades. Only 1 of them actually hit. The other 4 did not come down to the entry position, so they're still valid and on the books. So we're just waiting for those to complete at some point in time. But yesterday we did cash in on a BCH Z18 short, and the profit potential on that was only 0.97 at 5x leverage, so that's 4.85% P&L on that particular trade yesterday. So with that, but that's a different type of trading. See, I day trade and I swing trade. When I swing trade, I'm looking to ease in and ease out of positions, guys. That's why I was talking about yesterday. I mean, I've been very transparent with actually how I played this out. I initially, and you can ask the people in the Discord, I initially entered at 3,500. Everybody's like, man, you're fucking crazy. Whatever. It was painful. The drawdown sucks, but it is what it is. I doubled up. So I entered 10% of my initial position at 5,500. So the position that I had calculated out for this particular trade. When we hit 3,300, I entered double that amount. All right. So now I'm 30% into the trade. I had double that set at 3,200 and 3,100 split up between those two, which would bring my average entry around to 3,300. Okay, a little lower actually, 3,250. So my average entry would be right around here. Now I only got, if you can actually see, the low of this candle did hit 3,200. I only got a partial fill on my order set at 3,200. It was about 25% of the position that I had set there. So my average entry still right now is only about 3,330. Okay. And then none of these have changed. Now the only thing that have changed is I have moved these up a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? And we'll go over that here in just a second. So I had talked about yesterday, my initial take profit targets were 3,300 coming back up. That was just, honestly, just a little bit to reduce risk. So that was actually 10% of the position, 20% at 3,500, 20% at 3,620. And then let's see here. So let me actually pull up the Discord because I don't have these on, raise. Okay. 37.32, 38.65, 40.24, guys. That's a little bit more specific. I think that everybody in the Discord probably screams at me when I do this stuff, but hey, they get access to a lot more that you guys don't, so they're still special. So I have moved those up just slightly to congruent with what I feel are more specific areas of support and resistance. So I actually like to target wicks on the way down as support and resistance instead of actual consolidation periods. Those are more vital for determining where price is likely to get bogged down. But for actually looking to play wicks and have safe, comfortable target levels, you're looking for where your extreme wicks are coming down, and you're looking for where your extreme wicks are upwards for support and resistance, as you can see I have right here. So some fairly interesting things. Let's go over to the spot price chart and just take a look at this baby. Now, we are seeing some good movements, guys. Now, what is the most likely, what is a, I don't want to say safe, but what is the higher likely potential trade here in that in this particular situation? Well, it's probably actually to short. It's probably actually to short. It's probably actually looking to enter into a short around 3,600 to 3,700 and to target areas like 35, 34, 33, expecting a potential sweep of these lows. Now, this is all congruent on the idea that what are institutions going to do, or what are the larger traders going to do when they come in on Monday? Again, I just want to prepare us for a potential Monday, Bloody Monday. Now, that doesn't change how I'm actually playing my position. Follow on, thanks for the follow on Twitch, man. I really appreciate that. You know, guys, that's 49 followers on Twitch, guys. We only need one more follower on Twitch to hit 50 followers. So you guys, I'm, you know, not doing anything, but if you guys want to support the stream, if one more person wants to be generous and just just smash that follow button, would be highly appreciated, guys. So this is looking pretty positive right now. Obviously, it's always nice and positive when we get nice bullish volume and price continues to go up. However, I want to caution us. Look at this lowered volume, guys. Look at this lowered volume. Volume is lowering down. We can look at the volume moving average. It continues to move down slightly. So we don't have the signs of now, potentially this could still execute at this point in time. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to have a sweep and a retest of the lows. We've already had 2 of those. Now, it depends on where larger traders are positioned when they come in on Monday. So as you guys are familiar with the statement, when retail misses the bus, they miss the bus. When institutions miss the bus, they pull the bus back. You know what I'm saying? So this is always something that we want to be. This is always something that we want to be cautious of. Okay. Let's see here. Who's gonna be the? Oh man. Got to keep my mind straight. There's a lot I wanted to talk about this morning. So looking here on spot price, we can actually see something fairly interesting. And we had this descending resistance line, and now we have broken above that and closed a 4-hour candle above it as well. So that's good to go. So now where are we looking at for resistance coming above? Well, we've broken above the 2 key areas that I had plotted out as resistance. So we'll just wait and see. There we go, man. Thank you so much. Tom K. Crypto, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, man. All right. Special, man. Hey, if you... Field Collector on Twitch, what? Oh, you guys are awesome, man. Hey, if you drop by the Discord, man, at me, and I'll throw you guys some MMO. Crypto Burrito 94. All right, thanks, guys. That's awesome, man. Thank you guys so much, dude. We are well above 50 Twitch followers now. Thank you guys so much, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Awesome, cool beans. Now that means I probably gotta like update. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think that means like we can add like cool stuff for you guys to do on Twitch, like play games or something. Like I don't know. We'll see. Again, we've had a lot of. I'm a good trader, not so much with the OBS. So the fact that this is able to work is good. So we'll see what we can do for you guys to make it more interesting and exciting, guys, as we continue to progress and grow here. So we've got a couple key areas right here. First key area is. Okay, all right. You get MMO, and you get MMO, and you get MMO. Heck, I might even throw some X42 in there, guys. You guys are awesome, guys. Oh, that's another thing, man. Scott and I were talking about it. I think that we're probably going to do a giveaway. I think that would be pretty fun to do for Bitcoin price prediction on Christmas. I think that would be a fun thing to do. I haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do it, and I don't want to say something that's going to get me over my skis and get our accountants mad at us or anything, but probably looking at doing something you know, pretty nice, like I don't know, $50 giveaway or something like that. Potentially look at doing that for Christmas. Do like a Christmas giveaway. So the times and everything, you know, because people are in different time zones, you know, biased, I'd like to do it just on my time frame. I'd actually prefer to do it like, what is price going to be on midnight on December the 24th? So the moment that the clock shifts from Christmas Eve to Christmas. I think that would be what's important for me. I'd like to have a price prediction within, I'd say, $10 to $25, you know. I think that'd be fun to see. So we might get that. Me and Scott are going to get that rolled up, and we'll see how that actually plays out, man. But we'll probably maybe put something on the website or open up a channel in Discord for price prediction games. So we'll just see how that plays out, guys. So looking at spot price here on Bitstamp, we've got some key areas of resistance coming up above us. Well, first off, we have the candle body closes of our previous supply area. Excuse me, our previous demand area. So I had drawn this ascending trend line, and actually you can see that when we actually do break down from it right here, we break down on very, very high volume, and that is a confirmed breakdown of that area, and we do actually move much lower into a period of consolidation until we get on the next candle, what is potentially oversold volume. And as we can see now, we're moving back up. Now we're coming back up to test that trend line, which is around 3660, okay, on Bitstamp. So we're going to see if that is actually able to suppress price. We also see our 55 EMA creeping down at this area. So depending on how long it takes us to get up there, we'll see if that is going to act as resistance as well. Then we're moving back into this previous candle body area of high volume of this previous accumulation area, which served as accumulation here and which served as distribution over here. So this is an area where I'm expecting price to probably stall and hang out for a little bit. 3653 to 3707 is the order block area that I have currently right there. Above us, we have the order blocks at 3781 to 3841, and then above that, 3989 to 3922. Now, if we are able to get up into this current order block area, we run into our last period of resistance, which is our descending trend line that we've had suppressing price on a larger scale and was actually forming this descending triangle pattern, which didn't really play out. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on it, which actually makes it valid. But the fact that we broke out more around the 50% line and not the 30% line, this could actually be indicative of a false breakdown, all right? So a re-entry into the triangle pattern would be quite bullish to me, because that would signify, at the very least, a movement up to touch the upper area of the trend line, which would put us right at around that $4,000 target. So that would be quite nice to see. So looking over here on XBT, again, I said, what is the most likely, what is the statistically wise move potentially in this situation? Well, it's probably to enter into a short at these areas, potentially predicting a movement down to sweep these lower areas at 3,500, 3,400, 3,300 even potentially. So we'll see. Monday will really be the foreshadowing of this. So, and this is what I had said in the Discord earlier, if you are in profit right now, you want to look at how to strategically lock in your profit, and also how to strategically be able to ease yourself out of your position. So I do have stops set out to reduce my risk and take my position out so that I'm fully almost in profit, except for the last 30% of my position, which is going to be down around the $3,300 range, would be my exit strategy for that. And then I'd just be looking to re-enter on confirmation that we have hit support and that support is going to hold around probably 3,300. Again, my buys at 32 and 31 have not changed. I still have a 70% fill left to get filled at 3,200 and 100% fill at 3,100. Completely reducing risk at 3,000 out of the trade at 2,850. So nothing's changed as far as that position goes. But for those of you who are more risk averse and are looking to lock in profits and perhaps potentially are over your skis on your position sizing here, potentially look to lock in profits and move your stops up, potentially even to a no loss zone. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you are newer to trading. So nothing has changed as far as my position goes. Looking at the 30-minute chart, looks pretty positive to me. I am expecting a pullback from this area at the very least. At the very least to 3472, 34, at least to 3500, anywhere around this area, 3500 to 3427. At the very least, I would be expecting a pullback to these levels. Markets do not just shoot up immediately, guys. I mean, or sustainably. They move in wave patterns. They move in wave patterns, guys. So let's go over and take a look at our shorts. All right, so this is pretty interesting. So I had marked out the measured movement from this broadening top pattern and placed my gavel up here where I was expecting to see the squeeze. Now, this is not the squeeze that I want to see, guys. This is the squeeze that I want to see. I've been talking about this for a while, guys. I was really hoping that we were going to see a squeeze like this. See, this is a massive short squeeze. What we saw over here when we did actually get up into the death box was not the short squeeze that I had wanted to see. This was actually, so we go back and look at that pump. We can see that was on the 7th of December. And if we go back and look at our shorts and look for the 7th of December, we actually don't even really get that much of a short. The only thing that got squeezed on that particular movement was the bottom shorters, as the bottom shorters always get squoze. Ooh, I like that, squoze. So you want to always be careful at shorting into support and longing into resistance. And that's why if you are looking at this right now and you're not in a position, this is not the time to go long, guys. For those of you who've been following the channel, in my eyes, this was the time to go long here and here, averaging on the way down and then averaging out on the way up, guys. Moving into nice profits, slow, comfortable, patient trading, guys. when you're swing trading, man. Nothing violent, nothing reactionary. You just wait for the trade to come to you guys. And in my eyes right now, the immediate trade would be a short, probably down to retest. At the very least, we have our 200 simple moving average here on the 30-minute chart. And we also have that fib retracement zone area and 2 previous areas of resistance that we are looking to test as support. So 3,500 to 3,400, definitely in those areas, I would be looking for a pullback in the immediate. We'll just wait and see how this plays out, guys. So nothing's really changed as far as the XBT position goes. Ooh, wild left price scale. Boom. Now let's go take a look at CME price, actually. So if we look at where the CME ended, we did have, the CME did record the nice bounce up on the 30-minute chart up to that 55 EMA, a nice, pretty sick wick above that, and then a pullback to retest the 21 EMA, which is pretty bullish. Now, I am expecting the CME to gap up significantly tomorrow morning when the market's open. Because currently the CME is trading at 33.20. Obviously, with price trading above 3,600 right now, we'd be looking for a gap up unless we have a pretty drastic decline today. Which again is potential. Again, I'm looking for this pullback, and then we'll just really see how drastic it is actually going to be. So expecting a pretty significant gap up on the CMEs. If we actually take a look at Bennett's Commitment of Traders indicator, we actually have some interesting data. So let's see, the last report would have came out on Tuesday, and I didn't go over the Commitment of Traders report this week.
You don't give a shit. It's what it wants.
Maybe Iazug. Thank you, man, for the follow on Twitch. Highly appreciate it, man. If we actually look at what retail or what institutions have been doing, looking at the institutional trader net, we can see that institutions were significantly buying up. Starting on the 19th of November, they just really jumped up in their buying, whereas at the same time, retail was selling because they're not smart. Professional traders, however, have been selling as well. So these are asset managers. So they're looking to probably hedge. If we look at what the top 4 funds are doing, what the top 4 holders are doing, so the last report, again, would have came out on the 3rd of December. So our data is only going to be good up until the 3rd of December, and we'll have an update actually next Friday for the, the 4th of December. We'll actually have an update on the 14th for what the traders are doing up to the 11th. So still experiencing good rising open interest in CME contracts and futures, so that's good to see. Many people are looking at deleveraging out of their short positions, and we can actually see that starting on the 26th of November, the largest 4 funds did deleverage their shorts and increase their long positions. Now, you have to take this with a grain of salt. These individuals are mostly hedging, but it is good to see that massive jump up in institutional buying of long contracts. I mean, very significant jump up in buying there, and just that slow, gradual sell-off of retail traders. And then looking, what I'm seeing here with professional traders is them just particularly hedging risk. All right, particularly hedging risk. Okay, so I am expecting that gap up, and we'll just wait and see how that plays out. Let's go take a look at Mr. Ethereum. Ethereum moving in lockstep with Bitcoin as we're expecting. So if Ethereum does continue to move up, we are expecting, or excuse me, if Bitcoin does continue to move up, we are expecting Ethereum to follow right along with us and follow our coattails here. Looking at the 4-hour chart on Bitfinex, we can actually see we're coming up into some pretty significant resistance right here. We do have, I believe this is the measured move. Okay, no, I didn't actually chart it out on spot price, so we'll have to actually look at BitMEX when we go over there and look at that. But we do have this resistance area that I plotted out right here. We are hitting that, as well as the wicking up to the 55 EMA on the 4-hour chart. So we're looking to actually probably see a little bit of a pullback, probably to retest this upper area around $95. Before we continue upwards, or we move, or we re-enter into a period of consolidation. What is nice to see is that we do have this descending channel. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on it now, with a fake breakdown, and then a sixth touch to signify that this is actually a valid touch of this channel. Actually, move down a little bit. Sorry. Okay. Go. Candle body closes. There we go. So, and now I have to adjust this one as well. All right, magnet mode. Quick fuck. Don't like you. Right there. So if this does play out, man, Twitch is going crazy, man. Thank you so much, man. Isug Radiq. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, man. So we'll just see how this channel plays out. We're going to get a little bit of resistance, expecting at least a pullback down to the top of this order block right here, $95, or at least a retest of around $91, $92 before we continue moving upwards. or we get a breakdown again. Again, current support at $86 right here. We did actually wick down to about 83, 82. So I know that a lot of people are calling for shorts, but I'm very hesitant to short the market at this particular time. A lot of people are saying this is a bull trap. Is it a potential bull trap? Is the safest thing in a downtrend to short all bull traps? Yes, it is. However, I'm going to stick with my position as we've been talking about. Now, I am still overall bearish on Ethereum, so I do think we probably will eventually go down to $50. But I want to see how Bitcoin's going to really run the show. So if Bitcoin does absolutely break down from these levels and invalidate the support at 3,200, really more so invalidate the support that we've posited in at about 3,250, 3,275, then I would be looking for those downward targets as well. But we don't have any confirmation of that yet. So I am going to be pretty much the only guy, I think, on YouTube or whatever, like anybody that I know that's posting stuff that's saying, hey guys, this is actually a good opportunity to take a position. Looking at Bitcoin Cash actually looks like a good opportunity to the upside. So if we actually look at ATR right here, we can see when ATR was at its absolute lowest on December 3rd, and that foreshadowed the decline down. And now we seem to have reached a bottom, in my opinion, and we're moving sideways. And I think that, again, ATR is again at those lows. And this market cycle lasted. 4 days, 22 hours, and 30 minutes. So I've actually charted out the next market cycle, 4 days, 22 hours, and 30 minutes. And so I also have my targets to position 2 on the upside and my targets to position 2 on the downside. And this is all calculated by ATR, multiples of ATR, because I am expecting, again, if we do actually move up here with BCH, I am expecting a sweep of these lower levels. Now that will depend on what Mr. BCHSV decides to do. That will depend on what Mr. BCHSV seems to do, because they are negatively correlated. Also, BCHSV seems to be negatively correlated with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin moves up, expect SV to go down. If SV goes down, expect BCHABC to move up, which, if you're trading on BitMEX, is the ticker that is correlated to the BCHZ18 contract. So looking at the shorts, we can actually see that we did have a run up. We didn't actually make it all the way up to the measured move. And we do have these shorts getting squeezed right now. Although this is not the beautiful, this is a little bit of a short squeeze right here. This is not really the beautiful short squeeze that I wanted to see. Roberto De Valle Rodriguez, thank you for the follow, or thank you for the sub on YouTube. I highly appreciate it. We have actually come back down to test the lower boundaries of the death box for the shorts, and what is most likely potentially around the area of a retest of the top of this broadening top pattern that we had charted out right here. That we have on the 4-hour chart, we actually do have the 55 period resistance, or excuse me, support, that has been holding up the shorts here, and potentially here. So be cautious, guys. Be cautious at longing into this resistance right here. Again, I'll be honest with you guys. The statistically likely thing is actually to look to take a short position on both markets at this point. But we'll just play this out. I rarely enter into long-term swing positions on Bitcoin and Ethereum that have not been shorts for quite a while, but feeling different about it, guys. Feeling different about it right now. Let's go take a look at Mr. Ripple. Nothing really has changed significantly with Ripple. We are still in this descending channel right now that we have not broken bullish out of yet. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we have actually broken down below the 200 period simple moving average. So most likely looking at a retest of this descending channel line that we have right here. It looks fairly arbitrary because I drew this on the daily chart, but I'm going to keep it right there because, again, with trend lines, guys, I don't trade trend lines. They're just key areas of interest, but looking for Ripple to potentially move up and retest this as resistance, which we already seem to have had right there, but most likely Ripple moving down to retest that 85,336 support that I have for us right here. Let's go take a look at... All right, so Ethereum dollar, Ethereum Bitcoin, not extremely valid for me at this point in time. It's going to move up. Let's take a look at XRP USD. All right, so XRP USDT not looking fantastic, actually. So we had broken down below all the periods of support that we have been talking about for a while. And then we had our previous order block area right here that we did break down from, and now we're coming back up and testing it as resistance and looking like we're actually getting rejection from it. All right. We do seem to be forming a little bit of a sideways accumulation pattern here. Could be redistribution, could be accumulation. So we'll see. We have that 55 on the 4-hour chart, excuse me, creeping down, creeping down, creeping down. So we have not been able to break above that. So we're going to need to see at least a break of 33 cents before we start looking bullish. So if we go over to XRP-USD, where I have the fuller charting done, I believe, yes, we have the fuller charting on XRP-USD here. Okay. We did actually come down. We did actually come down to kind of test the area of support that I had labeled here at, let's see, where is that, baby? At around 29 cents. We did get a little bit of sideways action here, guys. A little bit of sideways action. Now, this does kind of look like a bear flag to me. We are wicking. We see we have support here that I have, excuse me, resistance, support that turned into resistance. We broke down from it right here a couple days ago. And this is now seeming like we're getting rejection from it, and our 55 is creeping down here as well, which is giving us confidence that unless we get a strong break of this region, then we are not potentially looking to move back up into our order block area around 37 cents. So things actually look kind of bearish for Ripple right now. Where are we going to go from here if this is actually a confirmed rejection? We're not able to get above this support, or excuse me, above this resistance. Then we're looking at going back down into the previous order block from 28 to 26 cents. Below that, it actually starts to get kind of hairy. Below that, it's actually 21 cents before we have support again, guys. So things not looking super fantastic for Ripple. Now, you do have this area right here would be a more aggressive initiation if you wanted to take Ripple to the upside. However, I would definitely be waiting to see if you can actually, I would have buys set at 28 between 26 to see if you can actually get in there. And then use ATR to manage your stop as well. And make sure you manage your risk based on your position size and what you're looking at as well. Let's head over to the chat, guys. Man, a lot of chat this morning. Whew, a lot of chat. Atomic Stag, man, how are we doing? Prodigy, that beat is fire 3 times. Thank you so much, man. Coin Hustle, what's going on, brother? Freeman's Cryptoverse, hey, what's going on, brother? Gotta watch crypto. I went long after taking profit, short, and I'm up 13%. Awesome, man. Hell yeah. Fifth Ronin. Hey, thanks for joining the Discord, by the way, man. Cheers, bro. Am I mining anything? No, there are a few. I'm staking X42 and MMO. That's about it. I don't mine. That would be Scott's. Area of expertise. Hey, Ben Joseph, how are we doing, man? The thought police of Twitter. Yes, indeed, man. Funniest one of the Twitter not allowed was Scientology. Yeah, man, for real, Scott. The one dislike is so quick on it. Maybe Zook Yadek. I just did Ripple Meister. What's happening to BTC? It's exploding now, right? Well, that'd definitely be one way to look at it. More than likely, again, looking to come back a little bit at these levels. Anytime Bitcoin goes on a nice little bit of a run, we can expect to pull back. Unless we see another massive increase in buying right here, guys. Excuse me. DOHX, over 9,000! It looks long. It's crossed 3610. Dragon Ball Z breakout. Hell yeah, man. Clayton Lane, how are we doing this morning, man? Pass the FPV. Let's go back to 10K. That's what we all want, man. Riza, Hardy, Yuda, are there a chance BTC short wrecked this day, and how hard the green dildo to liquidate the short because the volume is so low? I see you've been watching Crown, my friend. So is there a chance that BTC shorts get wrecked today? And how hard? I'm assuming that what you're asking is how significant would the upthrust have to be to liquidate the shorts? Well, we already saw a little bit of a short liquidation right here. I really would like to see a more significant one. So we'll just watch. I'm going to be watching this on the 4-hour chart, seeing what price does as we come up to this 55 EMA, and really around the area of a retest of the previous resistance turn support of the broadening top pattern. Let's again, as I said, I wanted to look at. Okay, let's make sure everything's updated so I don't lose when I refresh the page. Okay, good to go. I did want to start talking about divergence with you guys, and that's not something that I typically look at, but it is an interesting thing to add to your toolkit. So let us look at oscillators here on the 4-hour chart and see if we see any divergence. All right, well, okay, we have on the 4-hour chart, we have our Stokes oversold. Let's see here. Every time the Stokes have been oversold on the 4-hour chart, what do we see here? We do get a little bit of a nice bounce up. We do actually see here a little bit. Let's see here. We do get a little bit of continuation divergence here on the MACD histogram. As you can see, we have a low here and then a higher low with a lower low. That is Class B continuation divergence, and that would be in the direction of the trend. So all good, whatever. We also have Class B reversal divergence right here, where we have a higher low and then a slightly equidistant low. Now, if this actually, depending on where this actually tops out, this could actually be Class A continuation divergence if we actually get that lower, that higher low and then a lower low. So we'll see where that tops out. But right now it's Class B. So yeah, we'll see where the shorts play out here. We'll see where the shorts play out. They do have the potential to find some support right here. And we didn't make it all the way up to the measured move, which is fine. I'll take that. We'll see if this is actually their gavel hammering, and if they are going to come back down, break through this, and potentially have a retest of this level right here. Looking at our fibs here, we see that we do have a pullback to the 236, which is actually a bullish pullback. So we do, if we do actually hold this level, and we do actually see the downward momentum actually slowing down. So we'll see. More than likely, actually, I do expect that XBT will actually probably pull back a little bit from here, unless we go full on Super Saiyan, which would be pretty fantastic, guys. Because if we went full on Super Saiyan and I was just able to close out my positions right here, that would be really good. More than likely, that's not going to happen right now. More than likely, that's not going to happen. We were lucky to hit 36.20 right now on this nice, beautiful up thrust right here, and we're going to have to actually hit my next. We're going to have to hit 3,700, I think, before more shorts get liquidated, man. I really do believe so. We already had two nice short squeezes right here, and congratulations to everybody that was able to get in on those. Man, I feel like I remember the day, man. It was just like, what, a couple days ago? So let's see, yeah, that was the 7th, so 2 days ago. I mean, I was live, right? And price was right here, and I'm like, guys, I'm long. Like, you're crazy. And then pop. So sometimes it feels good to not be crazy, man. There is a slight method to the madness. Man, thank you so much for all the followers on Twitch, man. I really do mean it. If you come into the DM, or excuse me, come into the Discord and at me in general, and I'll make it rain some MMO. BTC at 36.50. Should we close our longs? Well, you definitely should have had to take profit there. Again, like I've been averaging in and averaging out of these positions. So again, profit targets 36.50, around 36.30, around 38.40. And then 40.24 actually right now. So, and then stops currently in profit with a little bit of reduced risk down here in the lower $3,300 area. But I just want to prepare you guys for a potential sweep coming in tomorrow morning. Potential sweep to knock out these levels. At the very least, well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if we actually enter into a period of distribution at this level or a period of consolidation. And then we'll kind of be able to get a good test. We'll be able to look at ATR. So I'll post those charts up in the Discord. We'll just see how this baby plays out. What's the Twitch ID? JY is free, my good friend. There's no Twitch link here on YouTube. Yeah, I probably should put that in, man. I bet Scott already put that in. Yeah, there we go. Bitcoin. Oh, hey, Texas Blues, what's going on, brother? Bitcoin inverted head and shoulders worked out perfectly. Took profits on ETH, but too early. Yeah, I took too early profits on ETH too, man. Don't feel bad. Sometimes I don't really like trading ETH, man, but I took profits at 94, 95, and 96, so I feel okay with that. And the reason why is because yesterday I had stop limits set for the same thing. So yesterday I actually took the trade at 88. That was actually back here, so I had some significant drawdown actually, and then I had stops at I had stop limit take profits 94, 95, 96, and none of them triggered on this wick. So I removed those, put in limit orders, and all those got hit this morning. So feeling pretty good. I'm actually out of a position on ETH, so the only thing that I actually have open is the XBT trade. You think the Bcash BSV sellers who manipulated the markets are out of Bitcoin? Probably not. The ETH shorts didn't even cover. Go take a look at them. No, you're goddamn right they didn't, man. No, you're gosh darn right. Now, let's see what happened the last time that RSI was oversold like this on the 4-hour chart. We had RSI oversold. We continued to move up. We actually reached oversold right here. We came back to test the upper band to the 70% as support. And then we actually popped up and had another test of oversold before we actually moved down. And then came up and had that bearish divergence before the movement downwards. So that would be our last example that we could use to play this out, especially after a significant spike like that. So here we've had slightly different, but another significant spike. Looking at RSI, we actually do reach overbought. I always say the wrong thing. Overbought right here, coming back to test the 70%. If history played out, we would actually see another pop back up, which would foreshadow the Monday Bloody Monday before the pullback, and then a bearish divergence, and then the movement back downwards, potentially down to 0.5 or 618 Fibonacci retracement, somewhere around this area, and that's what I'd like to see as well. Looking at our longs. Yeah, looking at our longs look pretty good. We did actually break, we are having a breakout right now of the descending channel that we were trading in. And again, I don't use channels like everybody else does, dude. So yes, dude, like, yeah, these aren't even on candle, blah, blah, blah. Like when I'm drawing specific triangles or channels, yes, I like to go for full body candle closes, but they're just areas of interest, man. Like I don't know anybody except for Hayden. I don't know anybody except for Hayden who legitimately makes consistent money trading trend lines that they think are accurate, man. They're just zones of interest, man. They're just zones of interest. But looking at this is a fairly interesting parallel channel that we have drawn here. We have obviously resistance here at the top, which is respected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We have support at the bottom, which was respected 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then we have our 50% line, which is respected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So this is a fairly valid channel in my opinion. And now we're looking at a potential breakout right here, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 fake breakouts previously before. And again, you know, you take that with a grain of salt because of the way that I'm actually doing this. And I know this is probably hard for you guys to see because it's a blue line against a black background. Jesus Christ, man. Where does this guy, like who pays this guy to do this stuff, man? There we go. And so currently we've got a little bit of resistance above us at 395,397 shorts, or excuse me, longs. So we'll see how that plays out. I still want to draw to your attention, guys, the fact that there are, I talked about this yesterday and I don't have the link anymore, but there's almost, there's like almost 1.9 million Ethereum in Bitfinex's wallet. And if we look at shorts, we can see that according to Flibber, 60K are lent out in shorts. Excuse me, that's XBT. We currently have 400,000 in short positions lent out for shorts. So for these shorts to cover in any significant way, they would have to purchase back 25% of all the Bitcoin on Bitfinex. Now looking over at now I do have this, so we can actually look at the Bitcoin rich list and look at the Bitfinex cold wallet, and we can see that they have 138,661 in cold storage. Now, if we go over here and look at our longs, excuse me, let's look at our shorts. My bad. It's over 9,000. Joanne Peters, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. Keep it coming, guys. So we currently have, according to Flibber, he said there were 60,000 Bitcoin lent out in short positions. We can currently see that there's around 40,000 right now. So that's 40,000 out of 138,000 in their cold storage wallet. So if it is true that it's 60,000, as Flibber was saying, and I'm not sure exactly how he got that metric, but that means they would have to buy back roughly like 38 to 47% of all the Bitcoin that Bitfinex has, if these shorts were to cover in any significant way. So that's something to keep your eye on as well, guys. Either way, and this is what I talked about yesterday, either Bitfinex would have to exit scam because of all their financial troubles that they're having right now, or the price will significantly spike on Bitfinex, and at least in the short term, probably drive everything up as well because of how irrational the market is. So again, tomorrow is going to set the standard for whether we're going to continue the downtrend or whether we're going to see actually a significant relief recovery here, a relief rally. Now, obviously, I'm positioned and prepared for the relief rally, but again, guys, like take that with a grain of salt. If you're looking at entering your positions at these point in times, like I already have been fairly successful in how I've played this out. So again, entered at 3,500, again at 3,300, and got a partial fill at 3,200. Okay, guys, I've taken profit at 35. I've taken profit at 35, a slight 10% profit at 3,350, and then I just took profit at 3,620 right here. So again, upward targets are up here, and I've got my stops measured out in profit, and then I'd be looking to re-enter around the $3,300 range. So potential short trade on the table down to a potential sweep of those areas. However, I'd be very cautious in doing that. You really want to wait for confirmation and kind of follow the trend. Whatever happens tomorrow morning is really going to predict how the market's going to move. Vladimir Prokulevich. Hopefully I said that right. Vladimir Prokulevich. Thank you for the sub on YouTube, man. Highly appreciated. That's gonna determine the pace for where XBT is gonna go. So we're gonna know pretty strongly tomorrow morning whether we are gonna have this relief rally up to around 4,000, or whether we're going to break down from 3,200 and continue down to the downside targets of below, below 3,000, guys. Breaking 3,000, again, I didn't say this with 4K or 5K. Breaking 6K was pretty significant psychologically. Breaking 3K is also going to be fairly significant psychologically. So I don't think that $2,900 is a thing. I think that right now the key level to hold on spot price is 3,350. I drew this line a long time ago. As you can see, the bulls valiantly held this price level right here. Now the bulls have to valiantly hold 3,400. But breaking down below that, again, we're looking at 28.95 to 26.59, and that's actually being generous. If we actually look at BitMEX, where I actually have this wide-ranging box of indecision, it actually ranges from 28.58 to 23.80, guys. And below that, you don't even want to know the downside targets after that, guys. No, guys. Listen, we'll take it one day at a time, one Satoshi at a time. Calm, patient trading, guys. Calm, patient trading, guys. Calm, patient trading. Don't react violently. Slight prediction. React when your prediction is validated. Okay? So, actually, Bennett, if you guys aren't familiar with him, Bitcoin Trading Challenge, he actually brought this to my attention the other day because we have been talking about vcdepth.io. If you guys haven't seen his video, go check that out. This is not the way that I'm exclusively screening for alt trades right now. But it is a very powerful screener. So now we have the same thing that is actually updated every minute to look at historical market depth for Bitcoin, guys. So if we actually look at historical market depth for Bitcoin right here, we can actually see that buys gained the dominance around 7:30 this morning, my time. And right now, asks have retaken the dominance right now. So we'll actually see how this baby plays out. We are seeing rising open interest, which is good to see. We are seeing a little bit of a rising price. Falling volume, though, all right? So we do want to be careful here, guys. We do want to be careful at the falling volume. But I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the chat so you guys can check this out. This is a fantastic resource, guys. Definitely want to add this to your toolkit, man. Definitely want to be adding this to your toolkit. So that's vchealth.io. And then you can go into Tradings Coins Bitcoin and see all. I mean, this is just a fantastic data compiler, guys. Fantastic data compiler. So let's go look at some other data metrics here, guys. Let's go look at CoinFarm, and we'll go look at open margin positions right now. 60-40 to the long side, so that's typically actually not sustainable. This could actually, lately it's been running up as high as 65, 67, so we could actually see maybe a little bit of a higher push here. But again, I wasn't looking at this live just a few minutes ago, so it actually could be that it was that high, and now it's just deleveraging. So yeah, we'll see. So again, this is just validating the idea that we're probably looking at a short-term pullback right here, at least in XBT's price. Let's go look at what active price is doing right here. And we've had some significant shorts enter into the market. Top shorters, smart shorters. And let's look at where we're positioned at. Well, unfortunately, we've got a lot of position longs at 3,600. You never want to long the top, guys. You never want to long the top, guys. These guys are going to get crushed. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, longs still have the dominance at 52% to 47.82% right now. So we'll just see how this plays out, guys. Everything's telling you to buy, and that's typically when I want to sell. In the short term, guys, in the short term. Let's go take a look at ETH. I assume this is going to look almost identical to Bitcoin, and yes, it does. Longs still have the dominance, although we've seen some significant shorts step in here. Ooh, million in the sell box. Nice. Yeah, Superior still have the longs of the last 24 hours, so not bad. Last 30 minutes, shorts have the dominance. Let's see where our big positions are. A lot of positions at 96. They're underwater. Never went along the top, guys. Never went along the top. Short resistance, long support, guys. Keys to success. Open positions on Ethereum. 50-50. 50-50. So it really could go either way here. You have most of your longs in the last 24 hours actually positioned at 92, so they're not doing too bad, actually. You have most of your position shorts at 96. So actually, smart traders here, guys. Smart traders. I feel better for being in at 88, but I'm already out, guys. I'm already out. I was out at 96, 94, 95, 96. See how that plays out. Oh yeah, so I did want to point this out just because everybody's talking about it, and I figured it was a good reason for me to actually start talking about oscillators, even though I don't use these to trade whatsoever, guys. I think that they're, like, it's fine, dude, if you want to use Bollinger Bands and RSI and all that stuff to trade, like, it's fine, but it's too cluttered for me, dude. Like, I don't, just look at volume, guys. Just look at volume by price, key areas of support and resistance, guys. Like, it's fairly simple, man. It's fairly simple. I'm going to buy ETH at $50. Me too, dude. Me too. Hell yeah, brother. So anyways, let's throw up the oscillators. All right, so some interesting stuff to look at here on the daily chart and on the 2-day chart as well. We do actually have bullish divergence on the daily chart. We do actually have a low here that we posited in with Bitcoin around that $3,600 range. And now we have a lower low, and look at the RSI. We do have bullish divergence on the RSI. If we actually look at the stochastic, we actually do have slight bullish divergence on the stochastic as well. Looking at the MACD and the MACD histogram, again, this is a special MACD, super special. It's super smoothed and fissured. So we actually do have right now on the daily chart, we are experiencing the crossover to the upside of the MACD. We don't see any, let's see here, if we see any, we don't see any bullish divergence because since the MACD is super smooth and it's on the daily chart, we actually have that falling momentum. But actually looking down, when did our bullish momentum pick up? We can actually see that the MACD histogram would have told us to buy right here. The MACD histogram told us to buy right here, potentially even right here. But if we zoom this up, yeah, actually it told us to initially buy right here. And then the bullish momentum starts moving up. We reach a peak right here. This is when MACD would have told us to sell, looking at my super smooth histogram, as soon as we saw the decline and bullish momentum right here. So that would have been a sell signal from here to here. So you could have gotten out anywhere in this daily candle. And what are we seeing right now? We're seeing the MACD histogram move up, meaning the bearish momentum is dying, and potentially we have maybe a few more days here until it starts ticking to the upside again, guys. So we will see how that baby plays out. Yeah, again, we don't really have the only bullish divergence that we have is here, and that doesn't count because that's our previous low. We have our more significant low right here, and that's actually looking at the daily chart, moving into our actually our rising positive momentum, looking at the MACD. So bullish divergence on the RSI on the daily, MACD crossover on the daily, and slight bullish divergence on the stochastic as well, guys. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. So we'll actually see if we are due for a nice relief rally here, movement up again to 36, 37, 38, 4,000 potentially, and then we'll just go from there, guys. We'll just go from there. Not calling the bottom, but definitely it's the high statistic probability right here that I'm taking the long position on. I've been fairly transparent with my positions, guys. All right, we've been live for an hour, guys. You know what that means. We've got to take a quick break, guys. We'll be back in 1 to 2 minutes. Do not go anywhere, guys, because when we come back, we're going to talk about some critical stuff. We're going to go over a little bit of information that I want to share with you guys, what's potentially coming tomorrow, and then we'll also take requests, guys. So if there's stuff you want me to take a look at or particular charts you want to share, guys, we will break those down and dissect them as well, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Okay. A little drink of water. I don't always drink water, but when I do, I drink it out of a HODL mug. Yeah, guys, coffee time for me is around 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. Double up at 6 o'clock, and then I'm good to go for the day. Cold shower at 5:30 a.m. Success. So much winning. I did want to point this out, too, on the daily chart when you're looking at candlestick theory. We did actually close. We're looking where this daily closes today will be fairly significant as well, because on the 8th, yesterday, and actually where we saw that nice squeeze on the 7th, excuse me, we weren't able to actually close above any candle body true highs. And although yesterday was a net green day for us, we weren't able to close above the candle, the open of our last bearish candle, and we weren't able to even wick above the true high. Today's candle, conversely, just skyrocketed, guys. And we are above yesterday's close and open, our last bearish open and close, and above the high of our last bearish true high. So as long as this candle closes up here nicely, then the last area we'll be looking to come and chew away at is, again, that 36.88 and that peak at 38.41. Upward targets of 30. We already hit the 36.20 target, guys. Next upward targets around 3,700, 3,800, and Mr. Cheers at 4K, guys. Again, we'll see you guys for some beers up here's. You know what I'm saying? So let's pop up in the chat and see what you guys want me to take a look at. I have no problem. Again, I missed a whole lot of chat, man. Hey, Mbait, man, thanks for coming out today, man. It's Sunday, so I guess you got time to follow to watch on Twitch, brother. How you doing, man? How are the master nodes going, brother? All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any chat. Do I do an X42 master node? I don't actually have enough X42 to run a master node, I think. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Gabriel about that. Maybe I do. Freeman's Cryptoverse. Trading's not so well. Hey, brother. Should we short BTC USD on Bitfinex instead of BitMEX? I don't trade on Bitfinex, so I couldn't give you an accurate thing there. Oh yeah, Scott, thanks for pointing that out. We do have a Patreon now. For anybody that wants to support the stream, man, like, you know, obviously subs and follows on Twitch, highly appreciated. But we do have a Patreon, guys. If you do want to support the stream, guys, you go check it out. I have not done anything with it whatsoever. What'll probably happen is that we'll integrate that with the Signals group and the mentorship program, and you'll probably get access to the private chat, trade setups, and the webinars. So we're gonna have to figure that out, guys. We'll have to figure that out. K7 Gixxer 1000, man. Hey, yeah, Gixxer 1000, man. Great bike. Asian Sunday traders are pointing to an upside this week. Hell yeah, dude. Tom K Crypto, 5th runner on Discord. Gonna ping you. What's going on, brother? Make sure you ping me. BTC voting to $100. You heard it here first. Mbade, come on, man. Texas Blues, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the stream, brother. Peppo Max says he shorted BTC at 3,600. Great choice, man. Great choice. Be careful, though. Be careful. All right, Vansh Bajaj, how are we doing, man? Please look at XRP BTC and EOS BTC on Bitfinex. All right. I don't think I looked at. Oh, that's because I had to run the other day. I didn't get a chance to look at Encash, EOS BTC, and XRP BTC on Finex. Mike Miner, what's going on, brother? Shorted BTC and long BSV for now, right? Taking the hedge, man. Taking the hedge. That's good. QLC. I'll look at QLC. Am I sure this wasn't the bottom? I'm not going to hop out there, brother. I am Alex asks, would you say now is the best time to buy Bitcoin if you don't already have some? So again, I take a controversial stance on this as opposed to all these other clowns that are out here telling you what they're doing. But yeah, I've been adding to my spot position pretty significantly. I added at 5K, I added at 4K, I added at 3K, and I will continue to add in these price levels. I'll continue to add at 2K, I'll continue to add at 1K. It doesn't matter to me, man. I believe in Bitcoin fundamentally, so as far as my... for what I have for trading, I'm fairly comfortable with. I'll continue trading with that amount. But as far as what I'm putting away for the future as a long-term investment, yes, absolutely. I think these are fantastic prices. But again, you guys are in charge of your own decisions. Got to watch crypto. I close long for 10% gain. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I like to hear. Oh, and BSV BTC. Man, Vance, you got a bunch of requests. Okay. I'm actually going to look at BTC SV because there's the most volume. But, all right, so since I have BCHSV open first, or excuse me, BCHSV, let's just go take a look at that. And I lost my, I didn't lose it, but I'm going to have to redo it. So I figure now is probably as good a time as any, although I'm pretty comfortable with this chart right here, even though it's kind of loud. So let's take that off. Let's start off with looking at the big picture, and we'll switch to Heikinashi, and we'll make sure that we're on the 4-hour chart. Okay, good. Okay, so what do we got here? All right, well, let's take a look at what the measured move was on this right here. 23.29%. Yep, you would have hit that nice, beautifully right there, that measured movement upwards to the upside upon that breakout trade right there. We haven't taken any SV trades, man. We haven't taken any SV trades. So what do we got right here? Let's throw on our TD sequential. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. TD sequential doing really good on the 4-hour chart as well. You did reverse on a perfected 8. You ran all the way up to a perfected 9 count. You actually had a few more candles that ran up actually to your upper risk level. Where's your, you broke above. Yeah, right here. Look, right here. This is pretty interesting, actually. You had previous TDST resistance right here, and that's fairly congruent with about where you broke out of the descending channel. So you had plenty of time to enter into your long position right here, especially after seeing that at that point in time, well, you were on a 7 of 9 at that point in time on Heikinashi. So, but anyways, we were talking about this previously because we were holding that, we were consolidating around that 55 EMA. So always something interesting to look at here. Currently, we're on a 7 of 9 and coming up again to the support of the 55 EMA. So this doesn't actually look like a terrible place to potentially enter into a speculative position from. Let's get rid of this fib. And okay, so this is our outlook here for 4-hour Heikinashi. 4-hour Heikinashi looks like this is potentially a good bottoming area. We are coming up on a key resistance slash support level now, which is 0.026455. So pretty much an entry in this area would be not a terrible speculative entry. And you would be targeting, at the very minimum, a retest of this. I'm gonna have to look at Japanese candlesticks because I don't see any metrics for that. I drew that. Not valid. That's not anything. That's not anything. Okay, so looking at current Japanese candlesticks actually looks a little bit more bullish on the 4-hour chart. You're actually on a perfected 8, looking for a perfected 9, and you're right around that 55 EMA. So this is actually looking like a potential trade is coming onto the table. What will you get if you get actually another 9 to the downside? Again, I'd be careful. I'd be looking to take wick trades. Let's look at ATR. ATR. Let's pull open our data window here. ATR right now. I sell when side. ATR right now at about 0016. So you'd want to use at least a 2x multiple of that. So 0032. So current entry right now, you'd be looking for, let's see, so your 1x would actually put your stop loss down here if you're looking at speculatively entering right here. Hold on a second. Let's measure down. So current price 0026656, and what did we say? 0016 is 1 ATR right now. So 0016. Right about there. Okay. So if you wanted to take a speculative entry, 1 ATR would protect you at 25.042. However, unfortunately, you would want to be doing at least a 2x multiple, and that's a fairly wide stop. So right there, I would actually probably prefer to use those as entry positions. So if you were wanting to take a long position, you currently have TDST support down here at about 0.022, say at 0.022 to 0.023. All right, let's split the baby right there, which is right back in your previous accumulation box. So the way that I'd actually probably prefer to play this is with a tighter stop. So you're looking for that 55 EMA, and you're looking for the completed 9 count to the downside to potentially reverse price. You are trading below your yesterday's daily close. So all that is kind of adding up. So you're looking at upside targets, at least of your 21 EMA, so 0.027755, and you've got resistances at 0.029, 0.030. So speculative entry right, let's turn magnet mode off. Speculative entry right around here. with your stop right here. All right, so if you're entering around this area, that puts your stop at about 4% away from you. And then you're looking at potential upside targets of targeting. And this would be fairly congruent with what we're seeing, a slight pullback in Bitcoin's price. So that would foreshadow that as well. 0.02775, 0.0294140. Okay, so that's actually a very good 21, and that's congruent right there with that. And then 0.029, 0.03. I'll just publish this as a script so you can actually see. So here's your potential speculative entry. Here's your stop loss. And here's your take profit targets. I have a line right there. That line's nothing. Boom and boom, yep. So I'll go ahead and publish this. And so this will be on my Twitter as well, guys. Johan Magnuson, thanks, brother. Gotta watch crypto. That's how institutions do it, brother. They long on one platform and they short on the other, and they look to hedge risk. That's actually absolutely what we're seeing on the CME platforms right now, and that's what I try to follow with our COT reports. So, you know, it's very simple to do. If you have two accounts, you pick your directional bias, and you start off 50-50 position sizing, and then you simply reduce from one side and add to the other, whichever side starts winning, and then you let your winner run. Okay. So that's the potential trade setup for BCHSV, and we'll see how that baby plays out. All right. Else we got EOS, BTC, and XRP BTC on Finex. Make sure that that's saved. Okay, good. Oh, update. Pretty big one. Right there. Pretty big one too. That one's a double tap. Double tap. That one's a single. Okay. Let's see here. We were talking about EOS the other day. I think I charted it out on Binance though. Hey, thanks, Mike Miner. I appreciate it, man. Gotta watch crypto, man. Thanks for policing that like button, guys. Yeah, man. If you guys smash the like, we really appreciate it, guys. Doesn't cost you nothing. Let's see here. Let's turn back on TD sequential. See what we would have seen. 4-hour chart. We did get that perfected 9 count to the downside on a cluster of 4 hammer candles right here, buddy. We would have gotten our entry position right here on the close of the 9 count. At the very least, right here when this 2 started trading above the true high of the 1. So it's 52,162. Your risk level would have been automatically projected for you at 459.65. And you're currently on a 6 and 9 coming up to TDST resistance right here at 59,308, which is fairly congruent with where I actually have support and resistance at 606, 606. So this looks a little late for the entry for me right now. I want to see what happens if we I want to see what happens right here in this distribution area that I think is going to be a little difficult for us to overcome. You can see right here we're hitting our first zone of resistance right here, which is the compass in between this distribution area that we can see where there was quite a climax of quite a bit of distribution right here, and price moves down. This does potentially look like a speculative area where you could enter because it's quite different from this previous large-scale distribution area. And all these as well. We actually do see some nice positive bullish movement up here. All dependent on, of course, Bitcoin's price moving up as well. Now, if Bitcoin's price moves up, then we can look to speculatively enter into a lot of altcoin positions, guys. You just want to be looking at reducing risk at this point in time, guys, because altcoins have been in a protracted bear market. You're going to have plenty of time to take trades to the upside. So how would I particularly play this? Well, how would I particularly play this? Well, okay, I would not enter now. I would wait to see what happens in between these two resistance lines and see if we enter into a period of sideways consolidation. If we do that, I will feel fairly comfortable entering into potentially taking a speculative long, using something like ATR to calculate out where my stop should be. And we'll go from there, man. So, but where are your upside potentials if this bait? First little bit of resistance at 000606. You're also going to see if you can break TDST resistance right here at 00059. Let's just call it 00059. You'll be breaking other TDST resistance at 00063. Significant resistance at 00068, 0075, 0079. So I'll post this chart. The way that I'd play it out is, so let's put it right here. Got the cable in the way, man. Okay. And where is that level that I'm talking about? Turning off magnet mode. Well, that level is going to be right here. Okay. So we'll wait to see what price does in this area, in this HVN. As we see right here, this is an HVN. We'll wait to see what happens if we actually break TDST resistance here on the 9 count to the upside. That'll be pretty bullish. Then we'll look for a pullback potentially to test that, or 606 as support if we actually break up. And then we can actually be looking for an entry into the trade. Let's look at, and then we can calculate our stop at that point in time. So I'll publish that. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost. Man, I guess saw that. If any of you guys have seen that Supernatural episode, man. Where Dean and Sam are driving in the car, and they're like they're driving a rented car, and they turn the radio on, and you know Dean only likes to listen to metal music or whatever, and it's that song right there, and and Dean starts singing it, and Sam's like looking at him, and Dean's like trying to cover and pretend like he's not singing. So you guys know you love that song, dude. What trading tool do I use? Oh, Mbae, good looking out, man. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you ring that bell. Why ring that bell? Because we're live every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon Eastern Time, man. Did that do it for you, Mbae? Thanks, brother. I use a lot of trading tools, man. So this is TDST sequential, right? Or this is TD sequential, developed by Tom DeMark. I have a full 101 video on it. No need to run out and buy tone vases, man. There's a better one for free. All you got to do is ask for it. Let's see here. Let's look at our oscillators here. Oh, I got to update as well. So let's refresh the page. See if we can get some confirmation bias here. All right, what do we see right here, buddy? 4-hour chart, your RSI is in the positive area, your Stokes are in the positive area, looking at potentially becoming oversold. That's why I say just wait for a little bit. That's looking at our MACD histogram, we've actually begun moving into bullish momentum, as we see right here, and we just crossed over as well. So we'll wait and see how this baby plays out. I would just recommend caution. Wait to see what happens in this consolidation area, and see if we actually consolidate here and can break above some of these resistances. Then I'll be a little bit more bullish for some of these upward targets. All right, XRP BTC on Finex as well, I believe. Probably going to move down because Bitcoin's moving up. Big picture. Mm-hmm. Okay. In the short term here for the XRP BTC. A wick down. Pretty sick wick. Hashtag. All right, let's see here. Nah, not really digging that. I don't think that's a thing. Could be a thing. I don't think it's a thing. You guys think it's a thing? I don't think it's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Kind of looks like hopium to me. Looks like hopium. I'll allow it. All right, I'll allow it just for the sake of argument. Maybe. That looks like shit to me, but whatever. All right, so we won't even worry about some of those down there for right now. All right, so big picture view here, man. Trading below yesterday's daily candle close. That's bearish in the short term. You've got confirmed support right here. You got confirmed support right here at 86,176 or 86,190. All right. That area has reverse price once, 2, 3 times. So if we were to use this is BTC. So where's my that's too big. Yeah, so that's actually where your 2 ATR stop is as well. So what about 3? 3.5. So 3.5 from current price is going to be 4%. So let's do 5. Do 5. 2.5 to the upside. 5 to the upside. 5 to the downside. It's too big for me. I don't like those margins. I don't like those margins. So let's say there and there. Okay. So this is all congruent upon BTC going down. If BTC goes down, you can look for this potentially to complete. You could look at a speculative entry in this area, which, as you see, I've measured it to the top of previous resistance, which should be strong support. You also have this potential opium ascending trend line, which is our second area of confluence as well. And then you have the strong support right here. Now, here's the problem. Looking at volume profile, no man's land right here, guys. No man's land right here. And this is again, not construing with what I had talked about earlier. looking at XRP on Bitfinex as well. Actually, I already have it charted out over here. Duh. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I got the same, kind of the same level right here. Broke down below that 200 SMA is what I said. Trending channel downwards. I don't have that drawn. That 200 simple moving average is much more generous with it, but essentially that ascending trend line that I really kind of think is hopium. Let's go over and look at over here because this was charted with fresh eyes. That XRP BTC chart's a little old. That is what I said earlier. Most likely a test of this support to see if it holds a little bit lower. That's congruent with that same area, that same box area I drew over here. So let's say you wanted to take a position from here. Okay. Wheel. Your ATR2. $1.16. So let's say you get to average out your entry here. Where would your stop be? Right here. I don't really feel super comfortable with it, but if BTC does go down from here, look at that consolidation up in that order block area. Nice. That's kind of what I wanted to see. See, guys. See. If BTC does go down here to retest these previous areas, or at least to sweep these lows, then you could be looking at a potential long trade here for XRP. So key area, this order block area right here, you could be targeting upward targets of quadruple 0, 88, and yeah, right here, quadruple 0, 91.8, potentially. I don't feel very strongly about it. I'm not going to publish this one. I will. Fuck it, so you guys can use it. Here's your entry box. With your averaged entry probably around quadruple 0, 8619. Stop loss right down here. And then if that doesn't hold, you're looking to do the exact same thing down at this level. This is some more conservative entry. Around quadruple 0, 82, quadruple 0, 80. This is a more conservative entry. This is a more aggressive entry. Stop loss, and then you've got take profits here. I'd probably just target that first area. Definitely with something like a 60-30-10 split if you had 3 targets. So maybe split your take profits up. And right here. And then look some area in here. Maybe just split the baby right in between them, like quadruple 0, 9 would be pretty good. Potential, that would be your 30% take profit. I'll put that on there just for you if you want. But this is not a trade I'm going to be taking. Potentially, if I see BTC go down, I mean, it's not a horrible bet. It's a hedge bet. It's a hedge trade. Not terrible. All right. Buy BTC now before 12/12. Yeah, that's that Gann theory. Jixer asks, do I ever use fib fans to gauge the overall market? No. No, I don't, my friend. I heard that Ethereum wicked down to $13, and usually we make it to the bottom of wicks these days. Do you think we will see $13 ETH? No, probably not. That was USDC Ethereum pairing on Coinbase with extremely low liquidity. Alarm just went off on Yo-Yo BTC. It's running again, 12%, 45 minutes ago. Well, we got to look at the other requests first, sir. And then we can take a look at that crazy, crazy alt. ETH buy zone. We can talk about that. I'll just share my position. What else? QLC. Our last one. Jesus. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah. Three, 4. Five. Got nothing here. Come down to this area like once, twice. You can only go off historical data. Gotta increase there. There we go. Try that. Let's try that. I mean, so historically, this is your load zone. See here, you had some nice bullish buying volume that signified the entry there. Here, no, you didn't have that runoff. Let's look at volume. Low liquidity shit, man. Breakdown volume right there. Yeah, I mean, really, the only way to play this, bro, is Because, I mean, yeah, you take your speculative entry here, man, but, you know, you want to be cautious at how low this baby can go, so we'll just use ATR to get us out. I mean, historically, this is the time to enter. 1, 2, 3. But look at the time lapse between, obviously, your first entry and then your second retest. And then you're not able to make it above, on any kind of closing basis, your previous distribution area, or your previous accumulation area, excuse me, that turned into a distribution area. So very, very strong resistance in this area, man. Extremely strong resistance. You would have expected this to actually be able to pop a little bit more. But again, these things are just following the markets of Bitcoin, so price movements in Bitcoin. So we'll set ATR to 3.5 actually. That pains me. So that's 9% away from current price. 9.5. 5 right here. 87. Stop loss. And see it, but that's the red resistance line over here, right here, where it started. It's acted as resistance, or it's acted as support once, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So, and it's acted as resistance twice. Take profit. Take profit. Take profit. Hey Hayden, I do have 50 followers in here, man. Does that mean I can use my Prime sub soon? I'd highly appreciate it. I don't know, man. I don't really know anything about Twitch too much, dude. Just trying to ease into it. I will. I'll look into that today, man, and see if I can figure out like what I'm supposed to do now. I don't know, but yeah, thanks, brother. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, this is if you wanted. This is how I'd play QLC if I was potentially playing it. I'd rather pay the premium and get some, like, Jesus, just some indication that this thing is actually going to run. All you're doing right now is just, I mean, supply and demand zone trading, man. This is a demand zone. And historically, it's worked out for you 3 times. 4th time being the charm. Take a look at TD. It's not super clean. Not super clean. So this has your current return resistance. You don't really have anything down here, man. According to TD, you really got to make it up above this second take profit before you're bullish. So we'll see, man. This looks pretty speculative, but most likely probably a little bit of sideways here. We'll see if we can get some more bullish volume pouring in. But everything is going to be a little green because of Bitcoin's action right now. But I'd be hesitant on sustained price action. You can't even see it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, cool. It did start taking that crap off. Just for funsies. And again, guys, if you ever want to see those, they're on my Twitter and in the Discord, in the technical analysis channel. All right. Sup, Joey Rocket. How we doing, brother? Hey, thanks, Hayden, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Good luck to you, Fifth Ronin, man. I might, man. I might take that. Yo-Yo. We traded Yo-Yo a little bit last month. Damn! Short wick. My daughter's pissed. All right, come on, you wascally wabbit. Load zone. I got 2 phones. Two, three. All right. So you got 3 historical load zones right there. Demand zones. And find your resistance. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3. 3, 5. Yeah. Okay. All right, now that we got this baby mapped out.
Over 9,000!
Zoltak Zoltan. Thanks for the sub on YouTube, man. Highly appreciate it, guys. We're almost to 1,000 subs. Excited. Wheel, so what's Yo-Yo gonna do? Well, we just did fall back into a load zone, man. And we wicked all the way down almost to our secondary load zone, and now we've bounced. So that makes sense to me. It's speculative areas to enter. Let's see. Let's look at... we'll open our data window here. Let's look at volume. When you had the previous turnarounds, let's see if it's like congruent with the pop that you would have gotten. So here's our previous load zone, and we had 1.11 million volume on that. Previous returns to this load zone had about 1.54, followed by 11. 11 really foreshadowed that last real big run up. And volume right now is up 2.8 and 9. So that's pretty much congruent with what foreshadowed this pop up right here. I'll be cautious because, listen, man, there's a lot of position buyers, though, in these areas. So these are going to be very significant points of resistance, man. The reason why is because you already have a lot of people that bought here, and they're heavily underwater, and they're looking to get out at a profit. You see the same thing here, but with less volume. I mean, look at this massive spike of volume right here. There's a lot of trapped buyers in this area. So it's going to be very hard for this thing to run up and experience another, like, just, you know, a short-term parabolic move like that. But in the short term, I guarantee you this is being pumped by Telegram right now. But it always is. But for good reasons. I mean, for technical reasons. I mean, it's reached a load zone, so then they just use. I mean, it's not manipulation, dude. It's just like, how are you going to get your message across, man? Hey, what's going on, brother? That's good, man. Joey Rocket Cryptos, man. Keep that scalp hand strong, brother. Jay Constant, what's going on, man? You've been hiding back in the weeds, dude. I appreciate it, brother. No soy boys here, man. For real, brother. Gene, what's going on, bro? Thanks for joining the channel, guys. We're just about to hop off for the day, but appreciated you guys could find us, man. We're here every morning at 11 a.m. CST. Noon on the Eastern Seaboard, bro. All right, let's see here. I don't know. Yo-Yo could probably run up to 453 right now. We'll see if I probably have my stop loss set right here at 425. It's probably gonna get hit. But if you would have entered anywhere in this load zone, I'd be pretty happy with what you got, man. Averaged. I mean, you had up to 12% profits right there. So yeah, that's probably gonna pull back. Let's see if we look at a smaller time frame. Boom, big bullish volume, man. A minute. I don't know, man. That baby could run, dude. That baby could run. You generally see an impouring of bullish volume when people see stuff pump. But the problem is, like, the problem with altcoins, man, is that generally you're providing liquidity to these trap buyers, dude. Imagine the trap buyers that are right here. Look at this. You have this. Look at the volume. Boom. You got that little baby bitch pump right there. There's a lot of trap buyers right there, too, man. There's a lot of trap buyers right there. And they'd be happy to exit at break even. So you just gotta be careful, man. That doesn't mean that the bullish volume can't become insurmountable, dude. But what's the average pump on these? Back into the load zone. Was the last pump on that one? Here you get about 12%. And what did we get here, man? About 12%. So yeah, bro, we could run up to like 453, maybe even 470. But just be careful, dude. Be careful, man. Scalp that baby, dude. Just scalp it. Scalp it. Never want to long the top, dude. Like, wait for a pullback. But the problem with altcoins is that you often just miss the movement, dude. That's the thing with altcoins, dude. Like, traditionally, like, if you're trading any, like, regular TA, you see something like this, you're like, all right, I missed it. I missed the train. I have to wait for the pullback. I need to wait for the pullback, and then I can enter. But that usually doesn't happen with altcoins, man. Generally, when you miss the train, you miss the train. Yeah, so like maybe have some speculative bets right here. Anywhere around here from like 416 to 402, you could potentially look to hop in if it pulls back that far. And then you can just set your stop like underneath the swing low, like 380. It's not really a trade I like to take. Yeah, that's like 8% to the downside, dude. I don't like that. Chris T, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Zoltak Zoltan, keep missing the bottoms. Dude, you just gotta do the charting, man. Like, see, I would have missed this, but when you go back and just chart your load zones, and then you just look to take entries from there, man. Like, it's the only way to do this. If you actually want to catch good entries, dude, or catch wicks. So, like, right here, you probably would have got wicked out of your position, man. But if you're, like, live monitoring this, then you would have been fine. Because you would have seen, like, yeah, this would have scared you, but you gotta wait for the candle to close. And the candle closes on a hammer, and you're like, I'm good, fuck it. Say you bought here, so you're averaging in. So when you got a load zone, like I always like place my bids like 3 to 5 buy orders, man. One here, one here, one here, one here, one at the bottom. Often I'll actually have the 5th one like way down, like a crazy buy order, so that you can take advantage of that, man. And you would have got loaded right there, dude. You probably would have got your load. And you'd be great right now. You'd be great. And then when you're looking for your stop, you just use a multiple of ATR like 3.5. So let's throw that up here real quick, sorry. Script. You can use chandelier stops if you want. We'll open the data window. Yeah, see, I got to find out, because I have to calculate this stuff manually. I always have to. But I got to find somebody who's written an average true range script that will account for Bitcoin multiples, decimal fractions. I always have to look at the stuff in USDT. And for something that doesn't have a USDT pairing like Yo-Yo, it doesn't help. So yeah, you use your, so right around here when you're in your consolidation, your 3.5 multiple would have been about 10% down. So you're just looking, that's in your previous load zone, man. So you can do it. You can do it a bunch of different ways, man. You can set your ATR multiple at 2, 3.5, whatever. And then you're looking to double up maybe in your load, in your secondary supply or demand zone. What interface am I using to view this? Is TradingView, brother. Best website on the internet, dude. Couldn't live without it. Oh yeah, man, my bad. Usman, ETH, my bad, bro. I'll check it out, brother. Too late to enter BTC now, is it? Yeah, I'd be pretty scared about long in the top here, dude. Like we're in position from 35, 33, and 32, so like, and we just took profit at 36.20. So yeah, dude, I would be tentative. I mean, you could go for the speculate, like, okay, like right now, like 30-minute chart. Okay, this is how you could play it right now. 30-minute chart, just using the EMAs, you could enter because you pulled back to the 8. So it's the same with like Ichimoku strategy. You're playing aggressive pullback strategy with like the Kijun, or excuse me, not the Kijun, the Tenkan. So actually, let's like look at that. Look at like Fisher transform strategy. Okay, well, even on the 30-minute chart, like an aggressive pullback strategy is not having you buy until you actually pull back here to actually, amazingly, where I have significant support now because we've broken it, so resistance turns into support at 3,500, which was also a take profit target for me. So pull back to 3,500 and look for a speculative entry there. Aggressive pullbacks, you'd set your stop underneath your Kijun. So 34.63. Conservative pullback strategy, because now you're in pullback strategy, because why? Just using Ichimoku. And again, I'll move it over to EMA so we can look at the similarity. So this strategy calls for when you break the cloud, you're buying any pullbacks back to your Tenkan, and you're setting your stop under your Kijun. Conservative is you're buying any pullbacks back to your Kijun or your baseline, and you're setting your stop just right underneath the Senkan spawn, the top of the cloud. So that's two ways you can play that. If you want to use the Fibo EMAs, which is available in our Discord, then it's the 8 and the 21. So you're buying aggressive pullbacks, you're buying any pullbacks to the 8 EMA, and you have to use your own metrics to take profit. Either a multiple of ATR is generally what I like to do, so ATR 2x. So if we actually look at what ATR is here on the 30-minute chart, we can see that ATR is $34.53. So you're looking to take profit on $70 intervals. So like right now, if you bought on this pullback to the 80, or like right now, your profit target is like 36.44. 36.44 would be your profit target right now, and your stop loss would be below your 21 period moving average. Conservative would be pullbacks to the 21 EMA with your stop loss underneath your 55. Ultra conservative would be pullback to the 55, stop loss underneath 100, but I don't do that. I don't do that, man. So, yep. We're good, man. Upward target still on our XBT long. 37, 32, 38, 65, 40, 24. But now I've laddered my stops and take profits. With the last two as reduced risk. Yeah, so just keeping that in mind, guys. Just let me repeat that, guys. Look out for that sweep tomorrow, man. If this rejects here, then the smart play is probably the short down to support right here. But I could totally foresee a sweep of like 3,300, potentially even 3,200, man, before we move even further back up. I could see that. When retail misses the bus, they miss the bus. When institutions miss the bus, they pull the bus back. But we'll just wait and see, man. I'm pretty positive on this right now. Oh, I wanted to get the view with volume on the side. Yeah, that's VPVR, man. I also use VPSV, actually. VPSV is the only way that I day trade. That's session volume. That's the only way I day trade. You got to have at least the pro account with TradingView, so you can sign up for the 30-day free trial, and then you just go into indicators, and it's under volume profile. Visible range. Session volume right there. Devin, you gave me all your VAT already. Nah, man, I appreciate that, bro. Is there something you want me to take a look at? Oh, TRX or XVG. I see, bro. No, I got you, man. Running a little long today, man. Oh, god damn it. I gotta look at... Okay, ETH. My bad, dude. Alright. I promised. I look at ETH. I'm gonna look on BitMEX for you, man. So my ETH position hasn't changed, bro. Usman. My ETH position hasn't changed. I still have buys at 83 and 80. Now, I just took profits at 94, 95, and 96. So, again, this is all congruent on if BTC gets swept back and we resweep these lows, which we already saw here. So a resweep of the lows now would be, I don't know, we already saw a resweep of these lows. So we'll see. If we enter into sideways consolidation right here, I wouldn't be calling for a long at this level. Now, you could take the potential inverted head and shoulders trade setup that we had charted out yesterday right here, which is giving us actually a measured move of 110 bucks. But we need to break that neckline, and that neckline is 96.75. So we need to close a candle above that. I'd actually prefer to see something like a 4-hour candle close above that. That would be more bullish to me. A 4-hour candle close above that would give me potential and a potential entry up to 110. You could take that breakout trade. But it's not going to be a straight shot, man. It's going to be kind of a rocky road up there. But higher highs, man. Or excuse me, higher lows. Higher lows. I like it. I do like it, man. So, okay, but you want more concrete advice, dude. Like entry and exit. Okay, I got you, dude. Brother. Okay. Well, we're kind of in that crucial area right now. I think probably the smartest thing to do is probably to short ETH down to 93, 92, 90, maybe. I'd like to see that pullback. That'd probably be the smartest play. And then look to, so you got two possibilities. You can look to enter on a return to the point of control potential trade. So that's going to put your entry around $90. That's going to be a return to this consolidation area. Potentially even like 91 to 92 if we actually hold the top of that value area. If we drop down a little lower, then you could also look for the sweep around, oh man, I don't want to put you in a bad spot, bro. Maybe 87, but you got to look at hedging your risk, man, looking at what you're using the leverage and what your outlook is, dude. Again, I'm probably not going to buy it. The only way that I'm going to buy an Ethereum long at this point in time is if we close something like a 4-hour candle above 96.75. Then I'll be comfortable with entering, and I'll probably have my stop underneath 93 bucks, or at least reducing risk at that area. Then I'd be looking for that confirmation of the inverted head and shoulders pattern and looking at a target of 110. Otherwise, my buys for Ethereum are still at 83 and 80, dude. So that's what I got for you, man, on that, brother. Yeah, for real. Monday, I'm trying to caution you guys because I'm long, but just so you understand, like, I am prepared for the sweep down to test those 3K levels. I got buys at 31 and 32 that have yet to be filled. I only got a partial fill on my 32 bid. And I've got buys at 80 and 83. All right. So, because Monday is usually a sea of red, man. Just see how that plays out. We'll see if it's going to be... We're going to know tomorrow. We're going to know tomorrow, especially when tomorrow's daily candle closes, if we're going to see a relief rally or if we're gonna continue the downtrend. So there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time, man. So I'll look at yeah, when I say sweep, is that a sweep of stops? Yeah, it's a sweep back to liquidity, man. So we can see just so many examples of it. Let's look at XBT. So when you're expecting price to go up and you have a period of consolidation, what do you have? You have price violently move down to tap into liquidity because you're going to have stops all throughout this area. Those stops get triggered and actually cause price to move much further down because those are long stops. And then you're able to buy out the steal, and then you have the pump, man. The same thing you see here. You've got this, you're back in the order block, you're moving sideways, you're consolidating in this area. Everybody thinks that we've put in a low here. Everybody thinks that we've put in a low here, and then we're rising, and then we enter into a period of consolidation, and everybody's thinking, hey, we're going to pop up. No, dude, you're going to sweep. You're going to sweep. You're going to break below your support, usually an 8. So that's why I say, depending on what time frame you're looking at, using a multiple of ATR will keep you in the trade. 3.5 to 5 will keep you in the trade. 2x is going to get you kicked out of the trade. 2x is generally when you're looking to enter. So looking here, what was ATR at that point in time? ATR right here in the area of consolidation was $34, $35. So $70 below that is actually where you wanted to have your buy set. So right there, you would have actually been able to enter this trade right there. Right there. And the multiple, the 3.5 multiple, would have put your stop at 122.50. And we can see here 122.50 would have kept you in the trade, guys. So whenever you're in a period of sideways consolidation and you're expecting price to move up and you see rising volume, a smart method is to place your buy actually 2x ATR below where current price is and set your stop at 3.5 ATR. That's why I say ATR is one of the most useful indicators you guys can use, because it measures what other indicators won't tell you, which is volatility. Also go check out M59's VCI Volatility Channel Index. It's pretty fantastic. But I've never used CCI, so that's why I use ATR instead of it. I need to get with him and probably actually have him give me a briefer on CCI so I can be better. I feel bad though, because the last time that I talked to M59, I had been up like a long time, and I had taken my melatonin, and I had had a drink, and he's like trying to explain to me, and I'm like nodding out like while we're video chatting, and he's like, hey, are you there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here, dude, I'm good. Yeah. So I feel real bad about that, bro. If you're watching, man, my bad, man. But he DM'd me the other day, so looking forward to chatting with him in the future. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for a period of consolidation and then look to maybe enter on that sweep. But in this case, it'd probably be to the short side. So you're looking for, just reverse everything I said. Look to enter 2x above price, x above price with your ATR. So right now that's actually data window about $34, 35, 34.50. So you're looking to enter about $70 above current price with your stop at about $122 above price. So like, let's say we enter in this period of consolidation right here, you'd actually be looking to enter into a short around 36.40 with your stop at 36.90. Right around here. Boom. But I'm not shorting XBT right now. I'm actually gonna stay with my accumulation down here. And if I miss out on the short, that's absolutely fine, because I've already got my account locked up with my capital for where I want it. Hey, no problem, brother. Yeah, dude. I already did my screaming that we're going to the moon, man. I do think that we're going to go up here and see. I think we're going to go up here and have beers at 4K. I do. I really do. Before we move below 3K. But we'll see. I got my risk. I got my risk managed, and I got my buy set, and we'll see, brother. Thoughts on Litecoin? Man, I haven't looked at Litecoin in a while. I'll publish that yo-yo. The last time I looked, it's actually technically in a load zone. Yeah. Rough road. Getting hungry, dude. We'll worry about that up there when we get up there. Look, man. Litecoin might pump a little bit with Bitcoin right here, but God, it's just not looking good, man. Is not looking good for Mr. Litecoin. You guys think? You guys think that's a thing? That might be a thing. That kind of looks like a thing. That kind of looks like a thing. So where's the other thing? Nope. 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 I think that's just a support line that we can expect bounces off of. And where can we expect the next bounce? Yeah, around $8 or $9, man. Around $8 or $9. Heikinashi on the daily tells us that we might get a little bit of consolidation. Just the same thing that we saw over here. We see Heikinashi move sideways a little bit, and then we posit in our 8 and perfected 9. And if we have 2 more daily sideways candles, we will put in that same 8 or 9. And we saw we got 3 to 4 days of correction, and then the continued movement downwards. So this isn't too bad. Actually, if you would have bought here, you're still above your risk level that TDST would apply, or that TD would have plotted out magically for you. I mean, I could see taking it. I could see taking it with your stop loss like right here on a daily close below $22. But 22% loss, man. But this is altcoins, dude. This is the life that we've chosen. I'm going to feel more comfortable right here, though. I do say so myself. Between $9 and $12.50. I'll feel more comfortable with that load. If not, then I mean we fall back into like pre anybody being interested in Bitcoin price levels, you know, around $3 to $1, dude. Could happen. Could happen, man. So we've broken through that last little period of support, but still kind of in an accumulation box. So if you took the trade, man, if you took the trade, I mean, might get a run up to 29, 30 bucks. 12%. Nobody can sneeze at that. But you missed kind of the best entry on a wick down. Stop loss at 22.50, man. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, Litecoin simply put is cheap, and we'll move with Bitcoin. Yeah, man. Jeff Weidman, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Private, thank you, brother. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Looking at shorts don't look super healthy for Bitfinex right now. Now we've got the potential for another another relief rally for the shorts actually up here. I've got the measured move for the BTC shorts here. And again, as I've been saying, man, if they cover in any significant way, I mean, they're talking about 35 to 50% of the Bitcoin that Bitfinex has if they cover in any significant way. And the longs got a lot of room to grow, man. Broke out of this parallel channel, coming back to retest it as support right now. We had that over here, but we made it up to the first resistance level and broke that. Nice healthy pullback to the 618. And now we'll see if we can't get that other push back up to the second area right here. So nice healthy retracements, guys. Healthy movements. And Bitcoin spot's looking pretty darn healthy. Talked about all that divergence on our oscillators. We've been, we'll see where today's daily candle closes. If we are actually able to close above, what's that critical area for me, buddy? Critical areas, let's just call it 35.30. If we close today's daily candle above 35.30, I'll be pretty positive that we're going to hit these upward targets in the short term. If we don't, then I'll be pretty confident that we're going to sweep. So we'll just see. We'll see, guys. We got about 4.5 hours till the daily candle close. 5.5 hours, excuse me. No, 4.5 hours. Yeah. Yep. 4.5 hours till the daily candle close, buddy. All right, man. Dude, I'm super tired, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for joining, man. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Awesome to see a lot of new people in here today, man. So yeah, I've been actually streaming for 2.5 hours, guys. I gotta go get something to eat, and I gotta work on some stuff. So let's get out of here, man. Let's do it like we always do, guys. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And the notification bell. Why the notification bell, you ask? Because we're here live every morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon on the Eastern Seaboard, guys. Opposite time frames in the old country, man, where the sun never sleeps. Now, the most important thing you could probably do with your day today is head on over to cryptocurrency.com, guys, and click the blue button. It's going to bring you to our Discord, guys. We put out free signals once or twice a week. We've been slacking on that. I know, my bad. Been super busy. Technical analysis, charts, fun giveaways, chatting, good community, guys. We'd love to see you guys in there. If you guys support the stream, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. But if you'd like to support us in a more substantial way, you can get some merch, guys. Again, I don't always drink coffee, but when I do, I drink it out of a Kraken Crypto Hodl mug. That's water, actually. My bad. So Scott just made some new designs, guys. We got a lot of cool stuff on here, man. We got the Kraken Crypto design, the Hodl Bitcoin sign, the design, and the Hodl sign, guys. And if you guys aren't aware, guys, it is scientifically proven that if you drink your water out of a Kraken Crypto Hodl mug, you will be 80% more attracted to the opposite sex. I mean, we've proven that, guys. If you would like some help with your trading, we do offer our trading service, guys, so you can get access behind the paywall to the VIP service. You get access to all our trade setups. You get access to the VIP chat room. You get access to the VIP day trading voice chat. You get access to our resource library, and you get access to once a week private webinars with me to go over trade strategy and setups, guys. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the description down below, as well as sarcastic remarks. Guys, we do respond to all of them, or you can email us at contact@krakencryptocurrency.com, or fill out this beautiful form, or DM us on the Discord, guys. We do respond to everything. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. We'll be back here in the morning, guys. And Scott did just set up that Patreon, but I haven't done anything special with it, so wait until it's higher value. All right, you guys have been fantastic. Enjoy your day, and as always, trade safely, guys. Peace out.